Welcome back as we reflect on last month's Lancaster County real estate market statistics, starting with the sold volume. So we actually saw a decrease from June to July. And for those of us out here in the field, we definitely felt that, right, in our day-to-day activity. However, despite going from over 200 million down to 185 million, we actually see a very close spread compared to the prior year. So July 2024 was 183 million, again, compared to this July, which was 185. This is the closest we've seen in sold volume since March. So I will say, compared to March of this year, we actually have a little bit of a flip. So in March of 2025, we saw that it was under the sold volume of 2024. So again, in July of 2025, the spread is very close. Sold volume 2024 to 2025, say that 5 times real fast, is very close, but still higher than 2024. As for listed units, pended units, and sold units, all of those still outpacing the prior year, but we did see a decrease in all 3 categories from June 2025, with the most interesting one, I'd say, being sold units, very, very close to last year. So 475 sold units last year to 476 sold units this year in July. Again, we in the field, we're feeling that kind of stuckness, not seeing a lot of the same activity that we've seen in previous summers. So we're obviously feeling that in the pending home sales index. This is one of those key indicators that I keep telling you is a reflection of what is happening in the market right now, right? So we have things like listed units, sold units. These are lag variables, right? These are lag pieces of information. It's showing us what went under contract previously and has now finally settled. Whereas the pending home sales index is telling us what's happening in the market today. With that being said, when we compare it to the prior month, so we're comparing July to June, we actually saw a major decrease. We're in the negatives right now. And when we compare it to the prior year, it's still in the positive, but it did decrease from June to July when we compare year over year. So again, not the activity that we were hoping to see this summer and not what we're used to seeing in the summer. However, we are still outpacing last year's numbers. Now, what about the average sales price? Another thing that we saw decrease. So again, we say the sold volume decreased. Obviously, the average sales price has also decreased, right? These things typically go hand in hand. Again, I say typically, we have seen some instances where they don't, but we did see a decrease in the average sales price. We went from about 412,000 average sales price in Lancaster County, over 400, to 388. Now, we talked about the sold volume compared to the prior year and how close they are. The average sales price is also very close compared to last July. So again, we're seeing a lot of similarities, but we're feeling it a little bit differently this year. Last year, average sales price, 385. So again, 385 to about 388 this year. Another thing that happened last summer that is similar to what happened this July was the decrease in the interest rates. Last summer, it was really by like 0.03, very, very, very minute. This summer, we did see a little bit of a higher decrease. We went from 6.85% to 6.72%. So again, not a huge change, but enough to give buyers a little more power. Days on market decreased from month to month. So we went from 20 days on market on average in June to 16 days on market in July. So we're seeing a lot faster movement in properties that are aggressively priced. And we saw that specifically in the $100,000 to $150,000 price range, where properties that hit the market also sold. We had 21 units listed in that pricing category, and 20 of them went under contract and sold last month. So again, they're moving faster than they have in the beginning of the summer. Last but not least, how much inventory do we have to sustain us? So if we look at months worth of inventory, guys, we are still under 2 months worth of inventory in all pricing categories. We actually have one pricing category that's less than a month's worth of inventory. What does that mean? it means we're still in a seller's market. I know we're hearing a lot of national news that's saying that we're shifting to a balanced market. Some markets are even experiencing buyer's market. But in order for us to get to a balanced market in Lancaster County, we need approximately 6 months worth of inventory. And we're not even close. So if you want to know how these numbers work for you, whether you're buying, selling, or selling and buying, we'd love to be able to have a conversation and help you navigate it and create a plan that is specific to your needs. Let's make the numbers work for you. So until next time, stay tuned, stay kind, and stay away from the alien comet heading our way. We'll see you soon.
This has been TDG News.